that we use all the time. And we're going to basically use 3 chokes.
YouTube viewers, this is Bob Corwin from Yorkville, Illinois.
What we're going to do is
He's one of the leading judo coaches, probably of all time in the United States. So he's here at John Saylor's training camp. He'll be coaching some judo Newaza for the guys. He's using Rick Undesser, one of his top coaches and former athletes, as his partner here.
Yeah, kind of.
Half circle here. I'll use the other one.
All right, we'll run this real quick. Hadaka Jimmy, naked strangle. Okay. For no gi, this is probably your basic choke that you're going to use. So, reach around, hand like this. I put my head down here, and this is a choke that cuts off the air supply. The rest of them cut off the blood supply, the brain. Okay? Second one is Okurieri Jimmy. We reach underneath, pull the slack out of the gi, reach in really deep, because if you reach here, its choke will not be effective. So you reach in really deep, reach across. Now you pull down in this gi, and this one, this way. And then the third one, and we'll go through these quickly, is single wing. So it's same, reach in. Now, a lot of times the guy will try reach up and grab your head, and you come around behind his head. Now, your arm is straight up. If he reaches for your head and you come here, he'll pull his arm down and trap your arm, and then you won't get the choke. So you got to come up behind his head like this. Okay, so let's run through these real quick. Hadaka Jimmy, everybody. Reach in, the blade part of your hand is against the throat. Wrist is straight, head down, pull in. All right, do that a couple times. Now I know for most of you this is old stuff, but it goes back to basics. All right, we'll go through and then we'll check. We'll change. We'll go through the 3 chokes, then we'll change. All right, reach underneath, grab the lapel.
Under an armpit. Under an armpit first.
With the left arm. Grab the lapel, reach in, thumb inside, deep. Reach across, grab the other lapel, hold straight down and across. Okay, do that a couple times. It's really important that
what Bob is doing here for YouTube viewers, he's prepping the guys to make sure he's going to be doing some rolls and setups to these chokes in a moment. And he's prepping the group with the 3 basic applications so they understand them thoroughly before he coaches them.
Put your blade back of the hand against the head, like this. Okay, do that a couple times. All right, let's switch.
Okay, we'll end this when the next video will show the actual rolls and setups that he's doing, but Bob Corwin has worked a lot of national training camps, and he wants to make sure that the group is prepped to have the basic skills that they'll be applying a bit later. So that's why he's doing this at this level.
Pull the slack out. That's why you grab the
We're all on the same page when we start choking. Okay, we'll end it now and we'll move on to when he starts doing some other skills.
So your opponent's on his hands and knees, you're behind him. You're going to do the mouth. Yeah, turn around this way. All right. What you're going to do, you're going to jump in here, put your heels together. Now, he's going to reach down, come up a little bit higher so they can see. He's going to reach down, drive the arms forward, throw his hips forward, and flatten his opponent out. Now, most of the time, when you do this, your opponent ends up with his arms underneath him. So he's wide open for a choke.
Right here, I'm actually holding him up with my calves. I don't want him to sink low. I'm going to pop. The lower the better. Now, I can go to work. Do whatever I want to do with this man.
Now, if his hands are trapped underneath him, it's really easy. You reach in for underneath the neck. Now, You'll be fighting with his hands behind his head. Then you take your elbow and you drive his head over with your elbow, and then you can reach right in. So for no-gi, this is a great move. If you flatten your opponent out and put the choke in. All right, we'll do it one more time. All right, give it a go.
Good, and also notice there that the bottom man had his feet dangling in the air, so you were right. Rick was riding him, putting all the weight forward into the face and then driving him into a choke or whatever he wanted to top, a submission move from the rear. So it's a basic rodeo ride and flatten them out.
Start to advance knees for me. Immediately, you can come up.
Now, when you get the choke, you lay back and you stretch his body out and choke him.
Won't be nice.
Oh, he knows how to tap. Okay. So.
And that's a Hadaka Jime. Okay.
You can choke him here, but it's more effective. Now, same position. All right. If you're going to do Okuri or Jimmy, you reach in here.
Your hand is already underneath.
It's already underneath. Reach in and choke or Kata Hajime. Now, one thing we do a lot, when we get the guy this far, we reach in for the Okuri Jimmy, we roll this way a little bit and hook this leg. And then we choke him. So isolates that arm. He can't reach up to fight the choke because he's got his arm tied up with the leg. Do that again. So we roll to our left, hook the arm, and come back. So let's do a few chokes and then we'll do the arm bar. Okay?
Rick, could I have you do that a little closer, better view for the YouTube viewers?
All three?
Yeah, would you? Yeah.
Alright, so we come up over on top, immediately go to guns, Kata Hajime, hooking the hooks,
Right.
Hadaka Jime.
And that's the basic rear naked choke, Hadaka Jime. You're using not the older style, the grabbing the hand style, like we call it in Welcome at the Gable grip right there, because that hurts more.
Right. Yeah, a lot of wrestlers will get way in.
I know, they like that. I think that's currently very fashionable, but you and I both know that really getting against that trachea with that blade of that hand that arm is nasty.
Second move, Okuri Jime. Grabbing it down. At the same time, I come in the neck, get the hooks across. Now I lay back with it, and that's where the choke applies.
Okay.
Third move, Kata Hajime. Back of the hand, back of the head, apply the choke. If you can't get it, roll with them.
Got it. Show the method where you trap his right arm too. It's we want to show that. It's one of those good moves that really does work. You'll see this.
Roll that way.
And see, by doing that, it certainly limits his movement, puts him in a better angle too, sideways. So your choke is actually very effective.
I like the arm bars from there too.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're perfect position to, like we say, all roads lead to Juji, but in this case we can choke him too. Yeah, but show that angle one more time when you kick that leg over, because that is a key point we like to show as well. See there?
Push.
And see, that's very, very strong control.
On his shoulder, making
And just cranks it in. This basically hangs him. Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot.
You can throw the head aside, step over the head, choke this way. You can step in here, both feet inside, and roll them over like this. I mean, there's a lot of options off that choke.
Something real mean off of that is you draw it at his head and go straight forward. So his nose takes a dive.
When I do this roll, I do it a little bit different. Instead of doing the rodeo ride, I step my foot right straight through this way and choke. So this choke was very successful for me when I was competing. All right, we're going to go on. When I was trained in England, Steve and I were in England with Neil Adams, and Neil Adams always gets behind you. He always gets behind you. And so we have what we call the Neil Adams roll. We're going to show you that. And then you have all options on the choke and the arm bar.
By the way, let me interject here, guys. This is quite a few years ago that Bob and I were there. Neil Adams, we all heard the phrase, get his back. Before the phrase, get his back, was ever used, Adams was out there preaching to anybody who would listen, get behind him, get behind him, get his back, before it became, a popular phrase. And he was one of the early proponents of really controlling a ride from the backside, from a top ride position. So that's where we're coming from here.
All right. A lot of times we start we're behind the guy, we put our weight on him, reach in, grab both of the lapels, then we bring our knee inside and roll over. Now, as soon as he gets him over, he taps this foot over so the guy can't turn that way. Then he can do a Hadaka Jimmy or Courier Jimmy, single wing, arm bar, one thing another. But what we teach our students, they throw a guy, they keep a hold, and let's say I throw him, I still have a hold his hand, I reach in here, and we go from here. We just drop in, knee inside, roll him over. Oh, Rick, you want to do that?
The difference is instead of two hands, this is traditional, we'll start in the back, this is hard to get. So we'll go from here, we just dropped him.
So we'll just do the roll first, and then we'll do a few options off of it.
Guys, I want to just mention here, see the knee block to set the roll up? Rick, can you do that again? How he does that. When he rolls around, he blocks, look at his right knee blocking the knee instead of hooking the foot in.
It's right inside. If you have your knee back here, you're going to have trouble. So you drop your knee right inside, and then you pull on the jacket, push on the shoulder, roll him over, hook your leg. We always, when we end up with an opponent on this position, we always either put both legs in or at least one leg in, because otherwise he can roll back out and get away. So you always put the hooks in, always. Okay, go ahead. One more time and then we'll do the roll. So start out on the side, grab the jacket, drop your knee in, push on the shoulder, roll him over. And we'll just do the roll and then we'll go into some movement. Okay, let's try it.
By the way, you two viewers, Bob Corwin is 80 years old. He's, I can't remember if Bob is a 6th or 7th Dan in judo and jiu-jitsu. Can't remember right off the hand. Doesn't matter that much. He's truly an American master of judo. So anyway, 80 years old, still rolling around on the mat. That's the point. That's pretty impressive. So we'll be doing some other skills with him here at the camp a little later.